Imagine you wake up one morning and everyone is gone. Your family, your friends, every single person on Earth. Just you. 7 billion people vanished overnight. At first it might sound like a dream. No school, no rules, no one telling you what to do. But scientists who have actually studied this scenario say the reality is very different. Within hours the world you know starts falling apart. And within a year it becomes almost unrecognizable. The first thing you would note is silence. Complete, total, absolute silence. No cars, no planes, no voices, no music. Just wind and birds. That is all that remains of sound. The streets are completely empty. You walk out your front door into nothing. Cars stopped mid-road with no drivers. Shops wide open with nobody inside. Everything frozen in place. For the first few hours everything still works. Lights on, internet up, water flowing. Power plants run on autopilot, but only for a short time. That countdown has already started. Power plants need constant human monitoring to stay online. Without workers, everything starts failing. Systems detect faults, alarms trigger, automatic shutdowns kick in one by one. Across the entire planet, city by city, the lights go out. Within 24 hours, you are sitting completely alone in the dark. No power, anywhere. No phone, no internet, no TV, no music. The world goes completely silent and dark. Just you holding a candle searching for more in an empty world. And then comes the bigger problem: nuclear power plants. There are over 400 nuclear reactors scattered across the entire Earth. Every single one requires constant cooling to prevent a catastrophic meltdown. Without workers maintaining the cooling systems, reactors begin overheating within days. Most have emergency backups that hold, but some do not, and those few melt down. Radiation spreads hundreds of kilometers in every direction, silent and invisible. By day 1 the world is already dangerous, and you are still figuring out what happened. And you have not even left your house yet. That is just day 1. By day 3 the water stops flowing from your taps. Water treatment plants pump millions of liters every single day to keep cities supplied. Without operators the pumps fail, the pipes drain dry, the taps go silent. Now finding clean water becomes your single most urgent problem every single day. You can raid any supermarket, bottled water, canned food, enough supplies for months. Every car in the world is yours. You can drive anywhere you want, take anything you want. Every house, every apartment, every mansion on Earth yours to choose from. Every museum, every stadium, every amusement park in the world open just for you. But here's something nobody considers when they imagine the scenario. You are completely and utterly alone, and that feeling is unlike anything most people ever experience. Humans are social animals. Every part of us is wired to need other people to function. Studies on solitary confinement show that after just a few days alone people begin hallucinating. Hearing voices that are not there, seeing people who are not real, talking to themselves out loud. Your brain built for social contact begins breaking down when that contact disappears completely. By day 5 animals across the world start changing their behavior rapidly. Pets left without owners, especially dogs, begin abandoning their domestic behavior and forming wild packs. Within days millions of once domestic dogs across the world revert completely to wild pack behavior. They are hungry, confused, and they are no longer afraid of humans because you are the only one left. The entire human population reduced to 1. You, alone on a planet built for 8 billion. By the end of week 1 you desperately need shelter, water, food, and a survival plan. Because what is coming next is far worse than anything you have dealt with so far. Within a month cities become genuinely dangerous places to be. Without regular maintenance, gas pipes underground begin corroding and leaking everywhere. One single spark and entire city blocks can explode without warning. With no firefighters to respond, fires burn freely until every last piece of fuel is consumed. Entire neighborhoods reduced to ash, with nobody to stop it and nobody to mourn them. Supermarkets, your main source of food, become unusable within just a few weeks. Fresh food rots almost immediately without refrigeration. The smell alone is overwhelming. Canned food lasts years, but you have to find it and carry it all on foot without vehicles. Without electricity, you cannot pump fuel from underground storage at gas stations. Every car runs dry within weeks. They become giant, useless metal sculptures blocking roads. Now you are on foot, moving through a crumbling city that is actively falling apart around you. But here is something nobody expects when they imagine this scenario. While the human world collapses, nature immediately and aggressively starts taking over. Within weeks, grass, weeds, and plants push upward through every crack in every pavement everywhere. Birds nest in empty apartment windows. Foxes and raccoons roam city streets freely at night. Wild animals that human noise and activity kept away from cities start confidently returning. Deer walk through abandoned shopping malls. Bears explore empty suburban neighborhoods at dawn. The world is not dying without humans, not even close. It is recovering, and faster than any scientist predicted it would. Rivers run cleaner, the sky turns bluer every week, the air starts smelling completely different. You notice the changes even in that first month. The world feels different without us in it. The planet is exhaling, like it has been holding its breath under the weight of humanity for centuries. Here's the part of the scenario that scientists find the most disturbing of all. You could have all the food in the world, all the shelter, every resource imaginable. And still without other people around you will likely not survive very long. Not because of physical danger, because of what prolonged isolation does to your mind. Every researcher who studied survivors of extreme isolation found exactly the same pattern. After weeks completely alone, people stop eating regular meals even when food is available. They stop maintaining basic hygiene, stop planning ahead, stop caring about tomorrow. The human brain simply cannot find a reason to keep going when there is nobody to keep going for. This is exactly why people trapped in isolation always end up creating companions from whatever they can find. Wilson the volleyball from Castaway was not just a movie idea. Real survivors have done exactly this. Talking to rocks, naming stray animals, creating entire imaginary social worlds just to stay sane. Not because isolation made them crazy, because their brain desperately needed human connection. The survivors who lasted the longest in isolation always shared one single thing in common. A mission, a clear goal, something bigger and more meaningful than just surviving another day. Build something permanent, document everything happening, leave a record for whoever finds it someday. Your mind needs purpose just as urgently as your body needs food and water. Without that purpose, even with unlimited food, water, and shelter, everything becomes completely pointless. While you struggle to survive each day, the planet itself is completely transforming around you. Within just 1 year, air pollution drops to levels not seen since before the Industrial Revolution. The sky above cities becomes clearer and bluer than it has been in over 200 years. Rivers begin cleaning themselves naturally within just months of the last human activity. Fish populations explode dramatically. Coral reefs begin recovering at a remarkable and unexpected speed. Within 5 years, wolves, bears, and large predators reclaim vast territories they lost centuries ago to humans. Within 50 years, forests reclaim abandoned farmland. Entire cities begin disappearing under spreading vegetation. Within 300 years, most buildings collapse completely. Steel rusts through. Concrete crumbles to dust. Within 10,000 years, almost no physical sign of human civilization remains anywhere on Earth. Except for one single thing that outlasts everything else we ever created. Plastic. That one word is our most enduring legacy on this planet. Most plastic takes over 400 years to decompose. Some types take far longer than that. Long after every building has crumbled and every road has disappeared, tiny plastic pieces remain. Scattered across every continent, every ocean, every beach, the last trace of everything we were. That is what outlasts us. That is the physical mark we leave on this world forever. Not our art, not our greatest buildings, not our most important scientific achievements. Plastic shopping bags and discarded bottle caps. That is our monument. Plastic outlasts every single other thing humanity ever built or created by thousands of years. Think about that seriously the next time you throw a plastic item away without thinking. Our greatest and most lasting legacy on this entire planet is our garbage. So what would actually happen if you were the last person on Earth? Day 1, complete darkness, total silence, and the beginning of invisible nuclear danger. Week 1, no water, wild dog packs forming, and your mind already beginning to crack under loneliness. Month 1, cities burning down, nature aggressively reclaiming everything, and survival becoming your only job. Year 1, a completely transformed planet, cleaner than it has been in centuries, wilder, more alive. And you completely alone in the middle of all of it, learning the hardest truth of your life. Having literally everything in the entire world means absolutely nothing without someone to share it with. The planet does not need humans to survive. Without us, it actually thrives and flourishes. The real question is not what happens to the Earth when humans disappear. The real question is, what exactly are we doing to it while we are still here?